about me. And yeah, I like to cut loose, too. You might think I chose this way of living now, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12-inch floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking. From a time when was stronger, today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creek with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than my 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by Nas would be hard to lie. I leave them scared like when they hear their name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape inside leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and laced. Inhale fumes from a stove cup. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the about to
Hey yo, Preem, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time. Black is time.
Premiere album still gonna happen.
Damn.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project,
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna. I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3. This ain't what you want.
Project,
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it all starts the first of 6 on this Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Houston Texans. It's the first of 6 games here on Super Wild Card Weekend, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off it, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go play action with Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go. Here's Genty. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they'll look to pay it off on first down. Now a toss left side, Genty. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Once again, it's Genty. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Dart. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Will Anderson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He whips off a nice run there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
19 tackle. Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to get him for a loss of about 3.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Why Tony?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Let's go now.
They'll go again with Jonesy.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hey, team. Hey, south. Look at high.
The throwing again is Stroud. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
46-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46.
White, Tony. Hey, Uno Mars.
Throwing now is Stroud. He sets the fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Inside handoff to Mixon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Mixon. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Texans 14, Raiders 3. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's complete. It's Collins. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
South.
Here's Stroud. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They go back to the ground. They get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Tony.
Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's another
Robert.
First down and goal to go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him in his first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Dart going to look to throw here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
To the air, Dart. And he'll take it into the Isaiah Likely. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it makes the score 21-10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Look at hot. 11.
Stroud to throw it. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Why, Tony. Here we go. 18. Okay. 11.
Back to throw. Stroud. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
28, Raiders 10. Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stroud finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mixon up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 45 on second down, Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Robbie. All right.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Back to throw now on second and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Tony.
Looking to throw. Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
47-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they forced him to take him to 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Offense set to get this drive started. Looking to throw, Dart. Too short one there, caught by Likely. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Genty. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Dart. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Play action now. Dart. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, but it's good for a first down. A run out of the gun with Genty. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 3rd down, Smith. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 4th down, here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Jaden Higgins, 76 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn up up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Shifts by him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To throw, Dart. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard
Throwing, Dart. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give out of the gun to Genty. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Man. These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Let's go now.
Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Rashard Smith taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. 17. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor, and it's a first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They've been worked out offensively. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Third and 2.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Play action. Stroud now.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play that time on a catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. On the give, Genty. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go.
Here's Dart. That one out wide and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll let this go deep for Collins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
He connects with Hyatt. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And the Raider first down.
Now a handoff to Genty. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Throwing his dart. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math, but don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And the Texans are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Poses.
You don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we set it off. We ain't gonna take it no more, since it's almost over now, almost